You ready to rock your upper body? I think that you are. I know that you are. Let's do it. You, me, Coach Jelena, and your awesome fit body workout. Alrighty, everybody, we're gonna come on down to the floor for our first warm up. So we're gonna put 30 seconds on the timer here. And you're going to be in a hands under shoulders, knees under hips position. And then you're gonna take your fingertips of your right hand and surround your right ear. Here we go. You're gonna point that elbow towards the floor and then try to open it up and point it towards the ceiling. You may not get all the way there depending on your flexibility, but you are trying to reach it open and point that elbow towards the sky, keeping your frame. All right, get a couple on one side. Now let's switch sides. Let's get the other side there. You could do 1 and 1, or if you know you spent more time on that first side like I did there, then just spend more time on the other side for the next round. Now we're gonna do an army squat. So go ahead and sit into that squat and then reach towards those toes there, getting in your squat and then your straight leg reach, squat, and then reach down there. There you go. All right. We're gonna have a good workout. We have a 2-station freestyle setup for you today. So that means that the first 2 stations, there's 2 moves. 35 seconds, 3 rounds is the timing. Now we're gonna do around the world lunges. So right leg goes into a forward lunge, right leg goes to a lateral lunge, then that right leg's going into a reverse lunge. Then you're gonna get the other leg, forward lunge, lateral lunge to the side, toes forward for that one, and reverse lunge, working on those lunges. So our freestyle station, in case you were wondering, has 4 moves at it. So we're still gonna keep that 35 seconds and 3 rounds, but it's gonna be one big long station for that one. And that'll be our last one we're doing. And then we'll have a finisher for you. Let's do skis, a little jump switch, or if you need to tap it back, we're gonna pump those arms up overhead. Pump and pump. There we go. And tap it if you need to here. All the way up with those arms. You ready for some upper body? Oh yeah. Keep it going here. Cycle through those warm-up moves without me now. We're almost done with the ski. We're gonna go back to the floor for that 4-point open book. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, fingertips around the ear. Point that elbow to the floor, to the sky. Give me 1 on each side, or a few on one side, few on the other. Alrighty, so you have weights you're working with today. So some of the moves you'll use 1 weight for, and some you'll use 2. So we'll go over that. Let's start with just 1. Well, you could do 1, or let's do 1 weight here for the first one. So you're gonna have the weight in the right hand, and you're gonna be twisting to the left. You're moving to your army squat. Okay, speaking of squats, we're gonna do a squat here, and then you're gonna do a rotational press. So I'm keeping the weight right over my shoulder for that squat, and then for the rotational press as well, notice my back foot is up and I'm facing the side wall there. Then I'm coming back to center for that squat, and then rotational press. So I'm getting a little burst of energy coming out of that squat right into that rotation. And then our second move is gonna be the same thing, but on the opposite side. Around the world lunges, everybody. Those 3 on the right and then 3 on the left. Forward, lateral, and reverse. So squat and rotational press on the left side is move number 2. Then we're gonna do a halo, where you're gonna take that 1 weight, and you're gonna start at the chest, and then you're gonna open up those elbows, take the weight behind your head, and then bring it around the head and back in front of the collarbone there. So around, speaking of around the world, and this is your halo for station 2. Moving on to your skis, everybody. So then there's a bent over row. If you wanna keep that 1 weight, you can. You could just rock one side and then rock the other. Otherwise, we're gonna have feet about hip distance apart, nice flat back here, and we're gonna squeeze the back and work those bent over rows. You can do a staggered stance if you need to, but you're gonna work your core better if you have your feet next to each other. For our freestyle station, the first one is a dumbbell clean and press. So we're gonna have those weights nice and low, arms nice and long. You're moving on to your 4-point open book. Come on down to the floor again. Knees down, hands down. So for that clean and press, we're gonna be chest up here, sitting into that squat. We're gonna bring the weights to the shoulders, sit into a squat, and then come out of it into a press. So coming on down here, we're in that nice low squat position, press into the legs, bringing the weights to the shoulders, and then we're gonna get that full clean with the squat and then the overhead press. I'll break that one down for you again when we get there. The next one is high pulls. Move on to your army squat, everybody, stand it on up. So for those high pulls, palms are facing your thighs, shoulders are down and back, but we are going to lead with those elbows. So it's hard not to raise your shoulders or shrug at all. You wanna keep that good posture there and lead with those elbows. Make sure they're coming up first, use the upper back. If you have a heavier weight and you need to grip both hands in the middle of the one weight, you can do that right here and lead with those elbows, bring it up under the chin. So that's your high pull. Move on to your around the world lunges, forward, side, and back, right side, left side. For the front raise, you can hold your two weights, especially if you have lighter weights, or you can cup the ends of one weight, shoulders down and back again, and lift to shoulder height, and then back down. Last one to show you is bicep curls. Again, you can do this with two weights, rotating palms towards the shoulders, and then palms back at your sides. Or if you have the one weight, you're curling right here. Alrighty, everybody. You are ready to go. You've seen all the moves. Grab your water, pump up your jams, get your timer started if you like working with that. We're gonna go for 35 seconds each exercise and 3 rounds, and we have a little 6 or 7 second break in between exercises. And then we'll have a little bit longer break between the stations. And then the finisher's only 2 minutes today, in case you were curious. Okay, first set of 35 seconds, let's take that weight in the right hand, and we're going to squat center and then rotate to our left towards our left shoulder and the wall that's on our left. All right, ready, set, here we go. So weights over the shoulder, palms facing the midline of the body. Get that rotational press in to the side and then back down center. I'm using leg drive to help me here. Coming out of, so when I'm done with my press, I'm right here. It's right over my shoulder, and I'm well supported. And then I'm gonna come back to that squat position, nice and center. And then as I'm coming up out of this squat, that's when the press and the rotation happens all together. Make sure you pivot and lift that back heel. All right, good. All right, now we're gonna get the left side here. Here we go. Palms facing the midline of the body. Let's sit into that squat. Rotate and press right over the shoulder. So make sure your weight's not out in front of you. You're gonna press and rotate with it right over that shoulder. Then come back center. Good. Nice job. Woo! Good. Get into a groove with it. There you go. Nice and center. Make sure those heels are down for your squat. Beautifully done. Almost. Woo! I did one straight up. All right, we're going back to the right side. We're done with round 1. Here we go for round 2, everybody. Squat first, nice and center. Boom. Squat and up. For your squat, your knees are tracking out over your toes. You're making sure your knees aren't coming forward. You're sitting those hips back. And then as you come out of that squat, you're getting that press and rotation. If that's really confusing you, just give me a squat and a press forward. Take out the twist if you need to. Otherwise, get that twist in to the wall on the side of you there. Little quarter turn. All right, let's switch it. Here we go. Weights on the left side. This shirt is sticking to me. Okay, as you can tell, it's gonna get messed with between every exercise. Well, that's happening. Wardrobe malfunction. Whoo! We have them sometimes. Lucky you, you have one. If you have one, you are in the comfort of your own home or your own garage, so it ain't no thing. Keep it going right here. Don't let that distract you. 10 seconds to go. Squat, rotational press. Woo! Good. Alrighty, take out the hooks if you need to, and keep it right there. There we go. Okay, we got one more each side. Sometimes we lose track of the rounds when we're doing the same move. Here we go, right side. Right arm has the weight, right hand, and we are twisting to the left. Whoo! Good job. Use that leg drive. As you come out of the squat, it's helping you get that press, and you just happen to be ready and add that twist in. Good. Really plant yourself on that left foot, and that right heel is lifting. Last couple reps to go. Whoo! Very nice. Okay, let's switch the weight to the left hand. Here we go. Palms facing the midline. Right center here. Whoo! Down and up. Beautiful. Look at us go. We are champions of boot camp. Champions of ourselves right here. Good. Whoo! Conquer this workout, everybody. It is yours to tackle. There you go. Deep into that squat. Coming out with power. 7 more seconds to go. Woo! Then we're gonna switch up those exercises and get in that next one. Whoo! Okay, we're gonna work with one weight for that halo. Let's go ahead and grab a sip of water in between stations here. All right. Both hands on the end of the weight here. Elbows start down, weight starts at your collarbone. Open up that elbow. You're gonna bring the weight over your shoulder, back behind your head, over that opposite shoulder, and then back in front. Now go the opposite way. Over the shoulder, back behind the head, over the shoulder, and in front. Picture the weight horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical, and back to horizontal. You got it. It should be close to your head. If you have a ponytail, it should be bopping that ponytail. If you have a hat, this should be tough to do because you're keeping it super close. Open up those elbows, bring it around. Good. For your bent over row, you can cup the ends of that one weight and bring it up right here, or you can grab your other weight, have 2 here, strengthen that back. You do want a nice flat back here. If you're higher up, you're gonna work those traps. So if you wanna work the back, then get that chest parallel to the floor. Feet are about hips distance apart. And 2, watch out for the low back. We're gonna tuck under the tailbone, squeeze the core, and then let those hips shift back. So we got a really solid center to work from. 4 more seconds. Shoulders are down. Bring those weights in. All right, now back to your halos. One weight here, start right in front of the collarbone. Here we go. Open it up. Behind the head, on the other shoulder, and back in front. Those elbows go open, and then elbows go down at your sides. Right around the head. Woo! You should feel it kind of opening up here. Your shoulders and coordination are working. If you're feeling something a little twingy in any of your joints, I really want to picture everywhere connected and working together to support that one area and see if you can eliminate that issue. All right, sometimes when one area is a little pinchy, you can focus on what your muscles are doing and you're good to go. So if that's the case, then work with that. Obviously, if it's more serious than that, stop and take care of yourself. But a lot of times we can work through it. So if we can, then we want to try. Just pay good attention to yourself. You increasing your body awareness is so key. Here's our home stretch. Good. Are we tucked in? Are we supported? Are we squeezing that back? 7 more seconds. We're on fire. Upper body madness right here. Final few seconds. Squeeze it up. Woo! Okay, last halo to go. Okay, it's right here, starting in front of the collarbone. Set yourself up. Clench those back muscles. Shoulders are working. Good. Nice. Woo! If you feel any tenderness in your elbows or anything like that, or shoulders, reset and focus on everything working together. See if you can iron it out. There we go. Woo! Good. A way to trust yourself. Way to keep trying. You're nice and close to your head here, but you're in control. You're just shifting that weight. Almost there, last few seconds to go. There you go, orbit yourself. Okay, here we go. Last time for those bent over rows. Remember to tuck under that tailbone. Feet are right under those hips. Little bend in the knees, nice flat back. Shoulders down and back. The front of those weights are coming towards the armpits. Your palms are facing each other and they're coming up towards those ribs. You're trying to get those elbows to pass the back. Woo! Good, nice. Full extension of those arms. Let gravity work. Less than 10 seconds for those bent over rows. We got our freestyle station coming in hot, coming up next. You get a break. Give me a few more reps first. Squeeze. There you go. Phew. All right. Okay, we got that clean and press. We're gonna go over that one again. Alrighty. So we're gonna start off in that squat with long arms and palms facing the legs there, or they can be at your side. We're gonna press into the legs for leg drive and bring it to the shoulders. Squat and then get a press in. So what that looks like is right here, ready, set, and go. Bring it to the shoulders, sit into the squat, come out with a press. So we're using leg drive there. So we're right here, press, pull to the shoulders, squat, and take it up. If you need me to break it into pieces, keep going if you know it. You're right here, bring it to the shoulders. Now you're gonna sit into a squat, stand it up, and instead of stopping right here, you wanna do a press right after the squat. So let's do the squat again and press it up. It's all a fluid motion. And then reset, start back from the beginning, up to the shoulders, into the squat, and up for the press. Almost. Woo! Okay, now we're gonna do those high pulls, one weight or two. Try to make sure those shoulders aren't coming in, but our elbows are leading. So you should feel this on the tops of your shoulders and the upper back there. If you need to modify, change it to one. If you're not sure if your elbows are coming up first, find a window, find a mirror, and check yourself. Make sure that your palms stay facing your body. They're not twisting, and you're not doing one of these. We want the elbows to lead. I'm trying to keep a straight line right here. Elbows leading. All right, now we're gonna move to a front raise. You can hold on to your two weights and have them face down. Or if you have one weight, cup the ends, shoulders down and back. I'm squeezing my glutes here, got a good frame. I like a little bend in my legs myself here because that helps me keep a good posture. Kind of tucking under that tailbone, squeezing the core. Nice, relax the neck. You're going to shoulder height and back down. Control that lower down. 10 more seconds to go. Front raise, but think about what your back is doing. You're with it. Squeeze. Almost there. Woo! All right, bicep curls. So you're either doing it with one or you're coming back to two. Shoulders down and back again. If you're doing two, palms are at the sides. You're gonna rotate and bring those palms right in front of the shoulders. Knuckles are coming up towards the shoulder there. And you're trying to make sure not to shrug at all. Nice control, and lower it down. One or two weights, everybody. Yeah. All right, this is us wrapping up round one of our freestyle station. So we have two more to go here. So far, so excellent. Last few seconds, try not to swing for that bicep curl. Use the control. All right, we're going back to two weights for that clean and press. This is a tough one if you've never done it before. Here we go. We have our chest up, press into the legs, bring it to the shoulders, right into the squat, and then right into the press. Work on whatever part confuses you. Take it piece by piece. Just try to flow that squat into the press. You're trying to press into the legs to bring it to the shoulders. Then you have that squat and press. Good. All right. Press, pull, squat, push. All right, last few seconds. Get it going, get it going. Whew, breathe. All right, good. High pulls, one weight or two right here. Phew, okay. Shoulders down and back, leading with those elbows. Palms are facing the body. Good. 1 or 2 weights for this one. Good. Control the lower without that shrug. Up and down. Yeah. All right, we got 12 seconds to go. You're pumping it so great right here. Don't underestimate yourself. Give yourself all the credit you deserve. You're working hard. Give me those last few reps. Yes, like a boss. Woo! Okay, front raise. We're cupping the ends of that weight, or if we have 2 light ones, palms down and both of them lifting. So if you have 2 weights, you're right there. 1 weight, cupping those ends. Right to shoulder height and back down. Make sure you're not swinging at all. If you are doing that, especially if you are using 2 weights, please take it down to 1 and just stay nice and stoic, nice and still, and shoulder height and back down with control. Try to make sure you're not reaching with your shoulders as you lift. Get that nice engagement in your back, proud chest, and lift forward. Almost. Woo! Bicep curls. So you're either doing or double bicep curls, 2 weights in each of your hands there. 1 weight in each of your hands, that makes more sense. And you're curving it. So it's starting at your side, you're going to the shoulder with both weights, and then rotate back down. Otherwise, you got your 1 and you're rocking it here. All the way up to the collarbone and all the way down to those thighs. Tuck in that tailbone so you can get a little glute squeeze in. Core is on. Woohoo! All right, we got 5 seconds to go. Pumping it right here. Round 3 is coming up on our freestyle station. Whew, those last few seconds went by fast. Okay, we're ready for our clean and press, everybody. Here we go. Starting off, chest up, arms long to the shoulders, squat and press. Alrighty, practice it here. Up to the shoulders, into the squat, and press coming out of the squat. Lower back down to a restart. Here's your clean, there's your press. Good. Press into the legs, using the leg drive for both parts. There you go. Press and pull to the shoulders. Squat, power up. All right, last one. Whoo, I'm gonna do it. Gotta finish it up. Okay, high pulls. Ready. Here we go. Alrighty, try to reset yourself. You got this. Little glute squeezes helping. Little bend in the knees. Take it up and control it down. Up and down. Good. Whew. Alrighty. Fire in the upper body. We're getting yoked, y'all. All right, less than 10. If you need to, move it to 1 weight. Otherwise, you got those 2. Elbows lead. Make sure they're first. Woo! Alrighty, front raise with your 2 weights or your 1. Ready, nice proud chest. Kind of a little squeeze between the shoulder blades. A squeeze in the glutes, squeeze in the core, because as we take something away from our body, we want to make sure that everything's locked in so it's well supported as we lift away and lower back towards our body with control. All right, here's our home stretch, 15 seconds or less. We're doing so great with every 35 seconds, so we are mastering each one. All right, 5 seconds to go. You're on target for success. There you go. Woo! All right, very successful. Okay, bicep curls. Remember, we're rocking those 2. Rotate and back down. Here we go. Or you're doing your 1. So either one. Reset yourself. Up and down. If you're doing the 2, try to make sure your elbows aren't flaring out at all. Keep them nice and neutral at your sides there. And you're also not digging your elbows into your side to get those weights up. Nice and steady. There you go. All right, 7 more seconds to go for those bicep curls. Beautiful squeeze. All right. That's it for the freestyle station, y'all. We got 2 more minutes left to do. You are killing it. Sip that water. Or have a sip of water if you like. Do you like the polite or the drink the water? Whatever one speaks to you and gets you to drink the water and do the work. That one, listen to that one. Okay, 2 minutes is going on the clock. I am going to call out a number. So, coming on down, I'm gonna grab my little handles over here. They're over here. Okay, so for this one, y'all. Okay, so you're either doing a push-up on your toes or on your knees, or if you wanna cycle back and forth between the two, totally understandable here. So what you're gonna do is move your weights out of your space so you have nice floor space and room to work with. When you hear number 4, that is the top of your push-up. So it's the top of the high plank here. So if you're at number 4 off your toes or off your knees, you are here. If remember, if you're on your knees doing push-ups, please don't be like we were in our 4-point open book like we did for our warm-up. Those hips need to be forward and the knees are way back behind them. And you do feel some pressure in that upper body and core in a good way. Okay, so that's your number 4, you're at the top. If I say 3, you're dropping to through a quarter of the way down. So that's number 3. Number 2 is halfway down, and number, which number is that? Number 1, oh, sorry, 3, 2, okay, excuse me. So number 4 is at the top, number 3 is a quarter of the way down, number 2 is halfway down, and number 1 is hovering a quarter above the ground. So if you're here and I say 4, you gotta come all the way back up to the top. So same thing if you're off your knees. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then back to 4 or whatever other number I say. All right, we're gonna put 2 minutes on the clock for everyone. And here it is. Okay, 2 minutes. And we're gonna cycle through those. All you're doing is concentrating on the 4, 3, 2, or 1. So here's the floor. Okay, you got this. Knees or toes. Ready. Let's just start off getting to know each one, okay? Start at number 4, everybody. Number 4 is in that high plank. Okay, good. Take it a quarter of the way down, and that's number 3. Go back to number 4. Good. Okay, now number 2 is halfway down. Back to number 4. Good. Number 1, hover above the floor, nice and low. Back to number 4 at the top. Good. All right, now we're gonna cycle through them. You're doing great. Here's us at 4. Take it down to 3. Take it down to 2. Take it down to 1. Now we're going back up to 2, back up to 3, and all the way back up to 4. Good, it looks the same if you're off your knees. Make sure you're not with your hips up. It's down. Let's go 4, 3, 2, 1, 4. Woo, all the way up. Good. Take it down to 1. Good. Back up to 4. Good. Give me halfway at 2. There it is. Back up to 4. All right. You're doing great here. Off the knees or off the toes. Keep it up, everybody. Little shoulder stretch at our halfway point. We got this. Here we go for number 1, number 2, number 1, number 4. All right. Good. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4. Whoo! Good, little stretch. 30 seconds left. Here we go. 1, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 1, 4. 15 seconds left. Keep it going. Keep it going. 2. Hold 2. Hold 2. 1. Oh, 1. I went the wrong way. 7 seconds. 4. Woo! 3. 2. Hold 2. Hold 2. And 1. Woo! We did it. Good. Hopefully you kept it off the toes. Whew. Sometimes I gotta change it up a little bit so I can still speak clearly. Alrighty. Let's stretch it out right here, starting with a child's pose. So we're going to sit those hips back, readjust here. My clothes are sticking to me. Palms are out, stretched out, elbows are lifted. You can rest your head down here. We had a great workout, everybody. Thank you so much for putting your all into it. If you liked the workout, but maybe it was one of those days it was tough to put your all into it, no problem. Come back to it. Leave a better mark on it by doing it again and having a better time with it, a better attitude. You can do a redo. That is totally fine. It doesn't have to be like a one and done thing. Try not to over criticize or over judge yourself. You did well. Let's thread the needle next. Take the left arm through, left shoulder down, left palm up. Also, you're still stretching those hips. And we're getting a little thread the needle here. Very nice. Phew. Here's a good one. Speaking of being overcritical or judging yourself, I was speaking with my good friend and roommate recently, and let's switch sides, everybody. So now we're taking the right arm through, right shoulder down, right palm up, and she was studying in her mindfulness course about trying not to judge yourself, and it's a long process because a lot of us have been doing it since we were younger, and twister, a little twist here is you have to try to not judge yourself for judging. It's like, sounds simple, but how often do we try to do something new, even just not judging, and then we just turn around and judge ourselves. We're like, oh, I'm judging again. I can't believe I did that again. You know, you get you get into this cycle about the same kind of thing, and it's really easy to do. So stopping and thinking about it and trying to break that cycle is a start. Create those new neural pathways, and you can become a new and improved you that is happier and more compassionate to yourself and caring. Let's do a scorpion next. So let's take that. You're on your tummy here, pelvis is down. Right hand out to the side. Press that right shoulder into the ground while that left leg comes back up and over that right leg. So you're getting a big twist in your spine here. Watch out for that if you need to. Ooh, that feels good. If your arm was a clock, it would be at 3 o'clock right now. Very nice. Whew. I am all about mental, physical, spiritual, emotional well-being and balance. So I'm always trying to learn about those things. Let's switch to the other side. Take the left arm out to the side. If it's a clock, it's 9 o'clock. And then take that right leg up and over, that big twist in. So if you are kick tail in one of those areas, and you really have a lot of growth in one of those areas, great. Let's try to take care of you in the other ways as well, so you can be even more well-rounded and nice balanced out person. That is always good. And seek out experts. So if you need a little physical help, you can turn to good places like this. Other mentors or people you could look up to or trust. Ask them for advisement, and don't be shy about asking questions and learning more, because the more we grow, the more we know, the more we learn, and the more we can just excel and keep it going. Always be satisfied, but never satisfied, right? That's a beautiful thing. All right, we'll see you for your next workout.